the part 9 of the mini train series. Part 9 is the cow catcher. This is the last part that we will have for our miniature train. The cow catcher, this will go on the front of the train. We will use some new tools in this particular part, loft and shell, and then we will extrude to add materials and remove materials. And so we'll go ahead and get started. There's 5 different views that we have of this cow catcher, and so we'll go and get started on that. And so looking at the bottom view, loft, the way loft works is you'll draw one profile, and then on an offset plane or a plane that is above, in this case, we'll draw the bottom, the base of our cow catcher, and then we'll use offset plane and we'll draw the top, and then we will use the loft tool and it will connect the two. And so we'll look at this particular drawing first to get our dimensions for our base, and then we'll go from there. So getting started, we'll open a new standard IPT, start 2D sketch. We're going to do this on the XZ plane, and then coming back and looking, we know the width of our cow catcher at the base is 1.8, and it is 1 inch deep, so to speak. So we'll draw 1.8, and I'm just going to use the line tools, and then coming off the center. So remember, if we're our center point will always turn green. It'll always have a green dot, so we'll add a 1 inch line there, and that's going to be the point or the front of our cow catcher. And then our side, we can kind of scroll in a little bit. The side here is a 1/4 inch, and then the TYP means we can assume that it is the same for the other side. And so we will draw 1/4 inch on each side, 1/4 inch, and then we'll connect these to the center point there. And now I'm going to come back and I'm going to erase this center point line. That was just a reference line, and that's going to give us the profile of the base of our cow catcher. And so that'll give us this profile there. Now I need to find the height. So the height of our cow catcher is 0.75, and so I'm going to come and I'm going to finish sketch, and then I'm going to go to plane and go to offset plane, and then come to origin in my model browser and offset the XZ plane 0.75 inches. And so now what we're doing is adding a work plane that is 3/4 of an inch above our origin plane that we drew our first sketch on. Now I'm going to come back and start 2D sketch on this work plane. So you can see it's work plane 1. And now I'm going to draw the top profile. And so the top profile, the back line is flush with the bottom, but it is 1.2 inches wide, and we still have 1/4 inch on the sides. And then so we'll go ahead and get started on that, and then it is 0.75 inches from the point to the back. And so, like I said, we'll, based off of, we'll project geometry. We'll just do this back line. Now I'm going to start at the center because this is centered from the top, and our width is 1.2, and so I'm going to draw a line that is half of that, so 0.6, and then it's a 1/4 inch, 0.25 enter, and then I'm going to draw the same thing going the other direction, 0.6, 0.25 enter, and now our center line, or from our point to our the back of our cow catcher, it is 0.75 inches. So I'm going to draw a reference line again like we did on the bottom, but this is going to be 0.75. Then I will connect to each side. Now I'm going to come back and erase that reference line, and I'm going to finish sketch. Now also what I'm going to do here, I'm going to right click on plane and uncheck visibility, and now I am ready to loft. So loft, we have two profiles or two sketches, and so I'm going to select the first one, and then I'm going to select the second one, and you can see it creates a 3D body between those two. And so now that is the first step. We have our this is a solid block. We're going to look at the width of our cow catcher. So our cow catcher is not a solid part. You can see here that it is hollow on the inside. And so how do we get it hollow? There is a easy feature or tool called shell that we can use, and it will create it hollow on the inside of our cow catcher. We need to know the width of the walls, so to speak. So the width that we're looking at is, we can see here, is 0.10, and so you see that's how wide it is. So we'll come to Inventor, and now I'm gonna this is part of the 3D tool browser or toolbar. Select shell, and now I'm going to you can select different profiles. So dependent, and it'll give you a it'll kind of give you an example or whatever. And so I'm going to do it based off of the bottom face. And so you can see here that our bottom face, that's where it's open, and then it's hollow from there. And so I'm going to select the bottom, and it's 0.1, hit OK, and you can see now it's created this outer shell. And so we have that done. I need to do some work here on the front, and it's 0.1 around. And so there's a really easy feature. We'll start 2D sketch. I'm going to project geometry, and now I'm going to select offset. And so I'm going to select what I projected, type in my dimension, hit OK, and now I'm going to extrude. So the depth here is, what I'm extruding is 0.05, because we have 0.05 left, and our total width is 0.1 currently. So I'm going to remove 0.05, select that profile, hit OK. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, start 2D sketch. Hit escape first. Start 2D sketch, project geometry, offset 0.1, finish, extrude, and then we're going to flip it because we're wanting to remove material. And so now we have the front done. We'll look, the only thing we have left now is the 3 pegs that allow you to place it onto the front of the train body. And so we'll do that similar to what we did on the train part. I'm going to start 2D sketch on the back here. I'm going to project geometry, and then I'm going to place points. And then I can come back and add dimensions. And so I know the center point is 0.275 from the corner and an 1/8 inch up for the bottom. And so dimension 0.275, 0.125. Same thing for the other side. 0.125, 0.275, enter. And then the height for our top hole is 0.625, and then it is 0.625 from either side of our hole, so, or these points. So that should be good. And again, that says it's over constraining it, which is fine. We can still add it. And then, and so now, I was going to do the points like we did the front of the train. Now, we're not to put holes here, so I can come back and add my circles. And this is, you know, and you could have done the circles and done the same measurements that we just did. Either way is fine. And now it's a 1/8 inch. So we can see it's 1/8 inch depth, and then it is 1/8 inch diameter with the 0.01 chamfer. And so we will go ahead and add those. So we're going to do circle. So 0.125, 0.125, 0.125, enter. Extrude 0.125 as our depth. Select the appropriate profiles, hit OK, and then we're going to add our 0.01 chamfer. So 0.01 hit OK. And so now we'll go back and double check, but we should have everything that we are needing. We should have everything added. Like I said, this one's kind of a confusing part, or kind of a hard part. We're using some new tools, Loft and Shell. And there's kind of, you know, you have to kind of piece several different profiles or several different drawings together to get everything that you need. So we'll go ahead, change the material to ABS plastic. We'll hit File, Save As. This is part 9. And then we'll save it. And again, like I said, save every part in the same folder. Save everything for your mini train in the same folder. The next video is going to be the final assembly. And so when we start doing the assembly, you know, and as you go forward doing other projects, it is important to save everything in an organized manner, but also where everything is in kind of the same folder, where they can, you know, it can reference other parts as you're going along. So anyways, thank you for watching. Like I said, this is the last part. The next video is going to be assembly of the train. So stay tuned for that, and I appreciate it.